I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. So let's jump right into it. First and foremost, shout out to AL for breaking the internet with this interview. And although he's been covering this debacle for quite some time, truth be told, y'all, I've been confused as hell. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of confused. I was really confused up until I made this video because I was literally about to throw the wrong Brianna up in the category. It's a lot going on. So much so, I feel like AL threw some tea up in there that y'all probably didn't catch. But that's what I'm here for, right? Granted, it's all speculation. But I feel like they done tied something together that it's been on my dome for quite some time. Now, I've had to break this down into two parts. This first part, I'm going to tell y'all outright is going to be a debunker. Not that I'm debunking anything that Keke is saying in the interview, but I'm more so debunking any lies or misconceptions that was told throughout this entire process that confused me and probably confused y'all. The part two, we're going to talk about Stormy's part in this, like in depth, and why I even chose to do the video talking about Stormy started it. Because I feel like Stormy wanted to throw some shade, but she knew to keep it fucking cute. Because although I believe you and I like the energy that you presented in this interview, we still want to understand why you trying to sit up on AL's panel talking about he's fair. We still trying to understand why you not fair when it comes to Mel, because I'm confused as to the weird animosity you have when it comes to that woman, Lamh. Because truth be told, like I said, I agree with her calling her friend, letting her friend know that she's about to be fired. But why was she sitting there acting like she didn't know what was going on? And the excuse that you gave AL was a cop-out. You're trying to say that, oh, I was looking confused because I didn't know why they were mad at each other or why they were going back and forth with each other. But you still sat down in the conversation that they had after Keke left and allowed them to continue that conversation. Why couldn't you say, but isn't she mad? Why are you upset with her, Keke, over the rumor? Or why didn't you say anything when they were having that conversation after the fact or anything else? I don't know. To me, it was still kind of shady, but that's just my opinion of it. But of course, people are going to try to make it seem like people just want to take sides. But truth be told, if we just taking sides, then what did you call you? Because we still don't understand what the weird animosity is. And I really hope AL can get another interview with Stormy and ask a few of these questions, because we all know she's not going to do an interview with nobody else. Sidebar. And this is no tea, no shade, because I like AL. And I've told y'all, I don't know what's been going on behind the scenes, but when that whole stuff popped off, he was more kind to me than a lot of the women that are on YouTube. But she get on AL platform talking about I don't do interviews, but I just found it to be very ironic how she don't do interviews, but the interview she did choose to do was an interview with AL, and that was after people assumed that there was a beef amongst him and Mel, and he posted the thing on the community feed. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. It's some of the stuff Stormy do is just very like because there's plenty of other content creators that are very neutral and fair. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Okay, that's all I'm saying. The irony in her not doing interviews, but doing an interview with AL after the whole fallout thing happened is literally comical. And in my opinion, validates the feeling I have towards Stormy being fake and or shady. But let's get into it. Thanks, Lofties, for letting me review this. Y'all know I don't be asking nobody, but it's two people that I know. It's a few people. I'm always ask Lofties and True T. I don't know if True T will copyright strike you, but she'll cuss your ass out. Lofties will strike your ass. I don't have no time. And let you copy anything of Dun. He gonna hold a grudge so mean. But let's get into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.
So let me go ahead and get these names clear so you all know. Keke's makeup artist is named Brianna, okay? Tisha's makeup artist, everyone know her name is Jasmine Ray. Mm-hmm. And from the recordings from behind the wall, everyone know that the person that was fired was Tasha. That's actually public right there. That's on the first recording that's public. So everyone can know the names. Tasha is Kimmy's makeup artist. Brianna is Keke's makeup artist. And Jasmine Ray is Tisha's makeup artist. So hopefully everyone is following along. Let's go ahead and break it down. Stormy told Brianna about what was going on because Stormy and Brianna, they're friends.
Right. Stormi and Brianna talk. They're friends.
And for my day ones, we've mentioned Brianna briefly before, and it had something to do with Stormi and Mel and the beef with them and her copying her or her connection to Slaria. In one of those videos, I was speaking about Brianna.
Stormi hit Brianna up, was like, look, Tisha and Jasmine, who is Tisha's makeup artist, they are going to production. And they're trying to have you fired.
Keke never mentioned Stormi's name. Brianna was the one that actually said that Stormi was the one that told her. Keke never mentioned it. And I also said that to Stormi out of respect. I said, look, just to let you know, I'm going to upload this right here. Keke was not the one that said your name.
When Brianna came, after me and Tisha had this conversation, I go to Brianna and we're talking. I'm like, girl, look, Tisha told me this. Please tell me there's no truth to this. And she's like, Miss Keke. She calls me Miss Keke. I promise you, I'm not the one spreading this rumor. I don't know why they're trying to get me fired, but Jasmine and Brianna had a kind of a beef of their own that I really don't know anything about, honestly. And so she's like, Jasmine trying to get me fired. She's telling Miss Tisha that I'm the one for spreading this rumor. That's just simply not true. This is what the deal is. She has an ex-boyfriend who's bitter and who says that he broke up with her because she was messing around with Tisha's husband. So, Miss Keke, I can prove everything to you. This was nothing that came out of my mouth. And so, okay, well, Brianna, call me and, let me know what we need to do because we need to figure out how we need to play this. I don't want anybody saying that this came out of Keke's camp, okay?
Right. Brianna did say that she ended up going to production.
You know for a fact that Marcel has cheated on Tisha.
Let me ask you, because y'all have been privy to different conversations.
Yes.
Because she said Jasmine allegedly went to them crying this and that or whatever. She said out of her mouth, Brianna said she went to production to basically let them know this isn't true.
Right.
Because they was trying to place the blame on her. Her conversation with production was before you even got to her to even talk about it. Brianna went to production and they said they already knew about it.
I personally have never been privy to hearing another woman tell me that she was having an affair with Marcel.
After she told me this, of course, production, came to me. And I'm acting like, oblivious, like I don't know anything. Like
I haven't.
I was on the phone with you talking and she was with me. This was early on.
Oh, is that the one she tried to pay to bring on the show?
No,
No,
I didn't
I
try
will
to pay
say-
anybody to bring on the show.
You did.
Allegedly.
Multiple people to come on the show.
Allegedly.
Okay, so
they're like, Keke, we know. That they've told us many times, this ain't nothing new, and I'm like, well, I don't really know how to respond to it because I don't want to be responsible for being the one that's putting this rumor out.
how about this? It was out there that this woman was having an affair with Marcel.
Mel tweeted it, and then the girl called me because her and Mel was best friends. She was so hurt about what Mel did. She called me. She's like, Tisha, I would never do that. She was like, I never told Mel that. And she's like, I'm so sad that this was my friend, and she would try to ruin my reputation like this. I have the phone call records. I have the text messages. I have the recording of her saying it.
Your makeup artist said that when she went to production told her to bring some truth to it. And I'm trying to figure out.
I told her, no, we're not going to do that.
Huh?
I told her, no, we're not going to
So
do that.
I'm curious about when they say bring some truth to the situation. When they say truth, are they trying to say bring some truth to clear your name or bring some truth to the allegation that's out there for their use of the show? I'm still a little confused on what does it mean bring some truth to the situation.
I honestly think that it was both. I think that it was bring some truth to prove that you had nothing to do with this, but also bring some proof that this is really going on. We're talking to this guy. He's the one who tells us that there's this threesome that took place. There's this threesome that took place between him, his girlfriend, which is Tisha's makeup artist at the time, and this other girl. I'm not going to say her name. And so I'm like, okay.
And to be honest, that's the only person name who haven't been called out. And we all know the name.
Right.
We just haven't said it.
And here's what my speculation is. I believe Keke And I also believe what Bugs told me when he said that he had lied. I also feel like there could be some truth to what Chit Chat said on the live when this was going on, as far as Marceau and them wanting to blackball Keke. I believe there's bits and pieces of the truth in all of this story. So when Bugs said that he lied, I believe that he only lied about who Marceau was actually cheating with. I don't believe he was telling the truth about Marceau and his ex having an affair, but I do believe that Marceau is having an affair and is with the person that he had the threesome with. But this is just my speculation.
Right.
But go ahead.
So he tells me about the story about how they had a threesome. And one night, he says, one night I wasn't with them. My girlfriend and this girl that we had a threesome with, they went out by themselves. I was not present. They saw Marceau in the club. They hooked up with Marceau. They went to Black. They had a threesome. That's what he tells me and Brianna on the phone call at the same time. And I'm like, wow, this is really crazy. And I asked him, I'm like, look, dude, just please don't lie to me. I know that I'm taking this message back to Tisha. I'm taking this back to her because she had already hit me up and said, well, she had already saw me and said that, my makeup artist was the one responsible for this rumor.
Your husband has made these false statements about Marceau. And Martell said, he actually texted me his receipt.
What was the receipt he texted you?
He's been with a woman for over 4 years.
No.
You feel like Marceau's out there doing something and you know about it. You know the pain of that situation. So if you know something, why wouldn't you come to me and say something to me?
You know why I wouldn't dare tell you anything? Because you don't believe I say anyway, so figure it out on your own.
You can't tell your friends how you feel about how they made
We're
you
not
feel
there yet.
then. If
Emotionally, aggressively came at this girl tried to destroy my marriage. Then tonight, you came with that same aggression about, well, I heard it was being talked about, all about Tisha and Marceau. I think everyone here at this table knows your husband sometimes comes up when we're together because he keeps popping up on the internet.
I'm confronting you about things and you gotta walk out. Was it because you didn't have your mom to have your back or you didn't have Martell to have your back? And I wish you would have called it out. That's what I'm saying about the communication, because honestly, I didn't know I was doing it. My husband has never cheated on me. Let's be clear about that.
Oh, your I own it.
So I'm going to go back and tell her everything that's being said, of course. I'm talking to him about this the whole time, but I'm playing him at the same time. And he's like, yo, my homegirl got proof and yada, yada, yada. Then he switched it up on us. Because he was like, well, me and Marceau have a barbershop that, he's working on building for me. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you know what? I just made all that up. I made everything up. I just lied, just made all that up. And I'm like, I'm sitting there looking like, you're so lame. So you're saying you're lying about Jasmine messing with Marceau. And he's like, yeah, I just made it all up. So this is what originally made me think like he's full of it. Because his thing to me was, or to us, was that he and Marceau and him too, they would all do coca and get messed up. And so what would take place after that. And I'm like, is this just a one-time thing where she was messed up? And he's like, I don't know. Next day I called my cousin. And I'm like, hey, Tisha, what are you doing? We talked about our days. We both had hectic days that day. And I said, hey, what do you have to do tomorrow? She's like, tomorrow, thank God I'm totally free. I don't have anything to do. I'm like, cool. Come by tomorrow. I have something I want to talk to you about.
I want to roll up, put them kids, get them kids to a babysitter, and roll up to the bar, honey. Roll up to the bar.
So I'm going to talk to her about everything this guy said. And I'm going to tell her, look, I don't think y'all need to trust this guy. I don't think y'all need to do business with this guy. I feel like this dude lying and he's looking for a come up. Because those were his words. How can I benefit from this? How can my brand benefit from this? And I'm looking at him like, dude, whatever. But he don't know I'm playing him the whole time just to get information to take back to my cousin. So I call her and I'm like, come over. And the reason I'm like, come over is because I don't want anybody to get to her where they can kind of sway her in a different direction. I want her to come over so we can talk about it face to face, so I can show her the evidence that I have, and we just kind of work it out, and honestly, even set this dude up and play him like he's trying to play us, like I felt like he was trying to play us. So she didn't show up. So I'm like, okay. And he went to them. And then he's like, oh, well, your cousin hit me up, and your cousin asked me all these questions about you and Marceau, trying to make me admit to something that didn't happen. He asked me about, my girl sleeping with Marceau, and I was like, nah, that never happened. She called me, and she like, are you calling around telling people or asking people about me and Marceau? And I'm like, I'm already on the defense by how she's approaching me. So I'm like, first of all, no. That's not how that went. I did call around asking the boy who, after you came to me about saying my makeup artist was spreading the rumors, and I told you I get to the bottom of it, I did talk to the boy who was responsible for spreading the rumors. She's like, well, why didn't you tell me? I said, well, I tried to tell you, but you didn't show up.
I want to roll up, put them kids, get them kids to a babysitter, and roll up to the bar, honey.
And she's like, well, you can tell me that over the phone. You can't make me tell you something over the phone. I don't want to tell you over the phone. I had my reasons for not wanting to tell you over the phone. I was like, and I didn't really, press you about it because I really think he's lying, honestly. And she was like, well, I think that's shady.
You feel like Marcel's out there doing something and you know about it. You know the pain of that situation. So if you know something, why wouldn't you come to me and say something to me?
You know why I wouldn't dare tell you anything? Because you don't believe I say anyway, so figure it out on your own.
Well, you know what? If you think it's shady because I'm trying to find information that you brought to me, then F you. For real.
I don't have to figure out anything because I know my husband is faithful.
Sympathetic, but you know what the optics are in this.
Look, they would never know this. That's the thing.
Yes, it will, because I'll be honest about it.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Keke, he doesn't mind. You know what I'm saying? As long as he wants to use it to his benefit.
Because...
But I honestly don't.
Okay, so here is what I gather so far from all the information that has been given. Now, this is what I've pieced together based on the interview that AL did with Stormy and Keke, and also the information that Bugs told me prior to AL doing this interview. Before I break all of that down, I suspect that Marceau had an affair with the person that Bugs and Jasmine had a threesome with. I also feel like the Tasha character plays into this a lot deeper than we may know. I'm going to give you guys my theory on her. Just wait 1 second. I believe Bugs and Jasmine had a falling out or a breakup. And in that breakup, Bugs told this bald-headed girl that's next to Stormy, and that's no tea, no shade. I'm just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Bugs told that girl that his ex had a threesome with Marceau. Because that girl knew Stormy, she told Stormy. Stormy, who is friends with the other Brianna, which is Keke makeup artist, the light-skinned girl with the red lipstick that I showed earlier in this video. And I'm assuming Brianna held on to the information until it knocked on Keke's front door. Because like Stormy said, apparently the rumor had already been circulating. So like Keke said, Tisha reached out to Keke and asked her what was going on about the makeup artist and why she was spreading that rumor. And AL clarified, was this the same time Tisha asked her to fire the makeup artist and Keke said no? So basically, Letitia knew about the rumor, went to Keke and asked Keke about the rumor. Keke told Tisha that she would figure it out. So Keke told Letitia that she was going to try and figure out what was going on with the rumor, which is the only reason Keke ended up being on a phone conversation with Bugs. Mind you, production knows about all of this as well because both of the makeup artists had already went to production. So Letitia wants Keke to fire her makeup artist for allegedly spreading this rumor and is mad at her cousin for going to get the information that Letitia wanted her to get about the rumor. Tisha and Brianna, they call Bugs to get the information. Bugs tell them all of this and then tell them, never mind, I lied, because Bugs said that he didn't know who he was on the phone with. So basically, both Bugs and Keke are saying that they were running game on one another from what I gather from the situation, y'all. It's also draining. Bugs said he was going to do an interview with me. He never got back with me for real. And then he ended up going to do an interview with the same lady that interviewed Maurice and Kimmy, which in my opinion raised some suspicions to me, because if you're really trying to clear up this entire situation, I feel like why wouldn't you go to a few of the heavy hitters that are really covering the Love and Mirror Huntsville content that are exposing Marceau and Letitia. And I'm not saying that the person he did the interview with isn't a heavy hitter. What I'm saying is, many debunkers I have on my platform, who better than me if we were already going to set up the interview? But I think Bugs got in the comment section on my last video and saw how y'all was talking and got scared. I really don't know. But one thing that they not just going to throw on up in there and breeze on by is this girl right here, Tasha. See, because we started out speaking about Tasha in this interview, but we it didn't go anywhere else. And maybe y'all know what's going on because I'm not behind any back wall, so I don't know what's going on behind the wall. But apparently Tasha is the one that got fired, and Tasha was Kimmy's makeup artist. Now, why would we be firing Kimmy's makeup artist? And what the hell do Kimmy makeup artists have to do with anything? Was she going around starting rumors and spreading rumors? Can y'all get my comments and let me know? Because I'm trying to understand why she's following Kimmy and why she's following Marceau. Like, what is her relationship with Marceau? You feel me? Because Kimmy was the person that hired her. She was doing Kimmy's makeup. So why wouldn't she be following Kimmy and her husband? But ironically enough, she got fired dealing with this situation, or got fired behind some situation that has something to do with cheating, allegedly. But she's following Marceau? I don't know. I think that's just very weird. And I really want to know, like, what does she have to do with anything, and why she even got fired in the first place, and why she following Letitia's husband? Because, baby, if you ask me, this right here is the middays work surprise, okay? Now, they did say that that person was fired. The middays work surprise has since been fired or not hired. Now, y'all go back and watch this part of the reunion. Remember when Walkie Talkie was laughing? He said, what happened to her? Did she get fired? Remember that? And he was laughing, giving him a little face or a little something. Also, pay attention to Maurice's face when they were asking about this woman and if she got fired as well. Now, I'm not saying that she is the middays work surprise. This is all speculation. But what if she is the middays work surprise, y'all, and that just went right under our nose? All I'm saying is somebody is the middays work surprise, okay? And I think it's Tasha. So I'll be back with the next part of this video, and that's going to be the part with Stormy and her part in all of this, and Keke and how she feel about Mel bringing her the drug test.
You confront Marceau about that?
Yeah, ask him about it. Yeah.
How did the photo get in your phone?
I interviewed this girl. Out of the blue.
Okay.
She just sent me a picture.
Out of the blue.
You went through Marceau's phone. Mm-hmm. You discovered in Marceau's phone a picture of a woman's ass with hearts on her ass.
Mm-hmm. No, I hearted it.
He liked
You hearted the picture.
I thumbed up.
You liked the picture.
Like.
Okay.
And replied
Why
to
did
it.
I didn't say anything. I didn't reply.
Did
Yes,
you?
you did.
Nope. Didn't.
You said, a middays work surprise.
You said
That's
what?
exactly what you said.
Yeah.
What did he say?
A middays work
Yeah,
surprise.
But you know what? You know what's funny? The word surprise.
And Martell said, he actually texted me his receipt.
What was the receipt he texted you?
He's been with a woman for over 4 years.
Melody. So when you told Tisha that Marceau has cheated on her, were you lying?
No.
Do you know for a fact that Marceau has cheated on Tisha?
Let me ask you, because y'all have been privy to different conversations.
I personally have never been privy to hearing another woman tell me that she was having an affair with Marceau. I haven't.
I was on the phone with you talking, and she was with me. Mm-hmm. This was early on.
Oh, is that the one she tried to pay to bring on the show?
No,
no,
I didn't
I
try
will
to pay
say-
anybody to bring on the show.
You did.
Allegedly.
You multiple people to come on the
Allegedly.
show.
Allegedly.
Okay, so let's talk about this. It was out there that this woman was having an affair with Marceau.
Mel tweeted it, and then the girl called me because her and Mel was best friends. She was so hurt about what Mel did. She called me. She's like, Tisha, I would never do that. She was like, I never told Mel that. And she's like, I'm so sad that this was my friend, and she would try to ruin my reputation like this. I have the phone call records. I have the text messages. I have the recording of her saying it.
Tisha that he was going to
Things, and they literally just get it out the sky. And everybody said, well, there's smoke, there's fire, there's something. There's literally nothing.
We're cordial.
The same place it was when she went to the Christmas party. Everything she's want to do, I've been pushing her and giving her like encouraging words. So that's why when she went to the Christmas party, it's like, we're at a bad place. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Try to make a lot of jokes.
Keke, do you believe he laughed and joked about it?
It's so tricky because I know Marceau is a jokester. I honestly, the Marceau I know, I don't see him doing it. You know, this is something that I was affected by my friends and family deeply. So many people look up to me. My family, you know, was so proud of me. So for me to go that low in life, oh, it was devastating. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Tisha was maybe the first person that I admitted it to.
It was there for you.
She was. She was the first person to take me to a rehab facility.
Yes.
I do not believe for 1 second that she ever joked about it or laughed about it. But I was still hurt, bitter, and angry that she would even expose it to anybody anyway. They had never known me to go in anybody's home and do anything irrational or crazy.
At the end of the day, you felt that that's my business.
All right.
So I just feel like there was no need for you to divulge that information.
Where is, when you learned, Tisha, that he was going to Africa, honestly, what was your first thought knowing that your husband wanted to go 16 hours away by himself?